Journey into a world where the art of fly tying transcends time, preserving the intricate legacy of its greatest masters. Each meticulously crafted fly, a testament to unparalleled skill and innovative design, awaits your discovery. This is the Masters Fly Tyers Archives.
Is a caddis, an Ausable caddis fly. And it uses the same material that we use for the Ausable wolf and the bomber. But I want to say a few things about caddis before I show you how to tie this fly. Yeah, caddis come off. Almost every stream had caddis hatches on it, and probably there's about 1,200 listed caddis patterns or various types of colors of caddis that come off. For the most part, they come off in basic colors of brown, cream, dun, gray, kind of a rust color, and the caddis fly, for the most part, majority of them come off in size 14 or 16. 16 probably being the most popular. You have a caddis that comes off in the east, it comes off in the Ausable here, called a pumpkin caddis that comes off in late fall. It's a very rusty orange colored pattern fly. The wing is a rust colored brown and the body is a rusty orange. So this Ausable caddis works well as an all-around pattern to imitate just about any caddis that comes off the stream. But when I tie this fly, I'm going to tie it in a size 12. I usually tie them in a size 12, 14, or 16. But only in the fall of the year when the big pumpkin caddis are coming off do you tie them larger than that. Not that they wouldn't work, it's just that you try to imitate the size of the insect that's coming off. Again, you wind the entire shank of the hook with thread. Now the caddis has no tail. You don't need a tail on that fly. And for the Ausable caddis, I usually tie them with a little bit lighter rusty orange than I do the dark. I don't think it makes a great deal of difference, but it does make a difference in the fall when that pumpkin caddis comes off, because this is actually the color of the body of that pumpkin caddis. Tap that right on the thread. You notice I'm dubbing. One thing I will point out to a beginner that watches me dub, a beginner begins dubbing fur on a thread. Let me point one thing out that you may miss if you watch somebody put dubbing on. You notice my fingers turn and spin on it. When you do that, don't do this way one way, and then the next time you put more on, go the opposite way, because what you're doing then is unspinning the fur from the thread. Make sure that your fingers turn the same way each way that you stop, like that, so they're coming back. Doesn't matter if you go this way, fine, but make sure that it stays in that same sequence all the time. Otherwise, you will be unwinding your fur from your thread. You don't want a smooth body on a caddis. Hair, like those little bit of guard hairs that are in there, should be sticking out because it looks hairy, and you're actually imitating what the body of a caddis is like. Now, as long as I'm doing this, I might as well give a little bit of information about caddis flies too. When you fish a caddis fly, you fish them a little differently than you do a mayfly or a spinner of a mayfly coming off the water. Caddis come off the water very fast. They go directly into the air. So trout will splash on them. They have to react quickly in order to take the fly. So they don't really get a good look at it. They see it coming out of the water and directly into the air. So they have a tendency to react quickly. And you see trout splashing on the surface usually indicates they're taking a caddis pattern, not a mayfly pattern. So you want to fish the caddis fly with a skidder in action. Hold your rod tip up and make it move a little bit. You actually imitate the action of the fly when it comes off the water. Now you bring the body back about 2/3 of the way to the eye, and then you tie it. Again, you're using the same hair, but you don't make it come out too far. You don't want it to come out beyond the bend of the hook. So you tie it in like that, short. We just want it to come out so that the ends of the hair reach perhaps the bend of the hook. Then you clip that part there, and this wing is tied like so that you tie it in. So it's a down wing. Caddis has a down wing. Notice that? It's laying almost flat over the body. Tent wing caddis are tied with turkey feathers and different types of duck feathers and things like quills rather, and they're laid over the top of the body, parallel to the hook. laying flat like that. Well, this caddis is tied with the Ausable wolf wing. It's tied with a calf-tail wing, and it's tied directly over the body like that. Now, this caddis is tied with the same hackle. You clip the hackle like so, so that you're tying in those little barbules. Clip both hackles. You don't want to tie on a smooth stem, and as I said before, it only takes you a couple of seconds to do this, and it makes a difference whether your fly is going to stay together or not. You tie on a smooth stem, it has a tendency to pull out. You tie both hackles in like that. Bring your thread back to the bend of the hook. Tie one hackle before the other. Three or four wraps. Tie one off. And tie the other one, intersperse it. Like so. Tie that one off. Make your half hitch first. Make a half hitch first, and then make your whip finish. You can use a whip finishing tool if that's what you use, or you can do it by hand. I do everything by hand. I believe that you can pull it tighter, you have better control by hand. And if you get used to doing it that way, you would never use a whip finishing tool again. Finish the fly, you put a little drop of cement on it. And the caddis, when it sets on the water, it doesn't set like a mayfly. It comes out of the water like that. That's the angle at which that fly comes out of the water. We can see this, like that, coming up. And when you scatter that fly, you imitate the action of that fly coming zoom right into the air. Very effective fly. Imitates a lot of different caddis patterns. You can tie that with any combination of colors you want, but if you got the Ausable Caddis, when caddis are coming off, and you fish the fly properly, you make it move, you will rarely ever go without catching fish.